dips coming in, and we'll continue to do that. But market open in a couple of seconds now. So the pre-open is on your screen in terms of what we've left off with. 85 points on the Nifty, 365 points on the Sensex. And we're running into open in a couple of seconds from now. So lots to track in terms of individual stocks. Yesterday, of course, things fizzled out. Can we hold on today? So the first rates are on your screen, 25,067.73. That's the Nifty with about 1/3% gain. The Bank Nifty is up about 1/3%, 51,150. The Sensex is up 1/3, 81,733. And you got the mid-cap index, which is up about 0.65%, 59,480 on the mid-cap index. The heat map will come up on your screen, and then we'll look at individual stocks in terms of how they're starting with. On your screen are some of the losers, and I can spot a Tata or two there. I think Lever, SBI, some of the others. It's overwhelmingly green though, so I think about 4 or 5 names are down in the red, at least at the word go, and everything else on the Nifty heat map is starting the day higher. Look at the advanced decline as well. 1,400 stocks, 1,450 stocks are up, and about 250 stocks are lower. So broader markets, at least right at 9:15, looking pretty good. Surabhi.
Okay, looking at some of the individual movers and shakers, the leaders include the likes of L&T, NTPC, Hindalco, BEL. These are the early gainers on the screen, about 1% a piece on each of these counters. Bharti Airtel, JSW Steel, of course, which has been cooling off last couple of sessions, moving up. So basically, the metals downtrade is reversing, and you've got two of the giants, Hindalco and JSW Steel, right on top. There's some buying in Power Grid, Coal India, BPCL. So the PSU space seems to be alive and kicking as well. On the downside, there's Tata Motors with about 1.5% cut, Adani Enterprises, Apollo Hospitals, Infosys, and actually some of the large cap heavyweights, HUL, Reliance, SBI, they're all piled up at the bottom, preventing a bigger move on the Nifty. Let's see if that changes. But as of now, a steady 80-point move on the Nifty.
Okay, all right. Well, let's keep an eye out on the broader markets as well. A few stocks are moving very, very well. Z Enterprises, that stock is up and about in today's trading session. So big move is what we're seeing out there. Z-Learn, it's only an 11 rupee stock. Yesterday it was up 10%. Massive volumes at upper circuit. So that one as well is up close to around 5% in today's trade. GMR Airports, I think there was a Jeffries note that came in earlier today. So that stock as well has opened up with a gain of around 2%. Top volume mover over there. Tata Chemicals, we had highlighted the stock earlier today. You know, the stock is up close to around 4%. It was up close to around 2%. It's in the F&O ban. It's seeing a big amount of delivery-based buying. That's one of the top performing stocks today, flying away as we speak. On the flip side, a few stocks that are pulling back a little bit. Torrent Power after yesterday's big move, that's cooling off a little bit. Avenue Supermarts as well, cooling off a little bit. And you have Rain Industries. That stock is now up close to around 6%. So big move on that one. Oberoi Realty as well. It spiked up in the final hour of trade yesterday. Today it's building onto this gain, so up close to around 2%.
Well, Tata Chemicals with a 4.5% pop, by the way, is the biggest volume-led gainer up on your screen. So that's a 50 rupee move coming through, and 1151. I mean, you know, in relative senses, it has been a bit of an underperformer over the last 3 years. Has been around that 1,100 rupee mark for, I think, since 2022 or so. But there is volumes. I mean, 2 million shares. When the last time you saw those kind of volumes, right at the word go, but you got that this morning. Mazgaon Dock is coming up at the number 2 spot in terms of volume. So 4232 on Mazgaon Dock. So that's the other one. There is Dhani Services. Don't see this at all, but volumes are there. So we're putting this out. 5% on Dhani. JP Power is up about 3%, 23. Again, it's led by huge volumes. There is Zentech. Zentech is up 6%, 1867 on Zentech. Again, tremendous volumes. PNC Infra is up 5.5% and very large volumes. Garden Reach Shipbuilders is up about 3.5%. So yeah, I mean, there are a bit of some of these, at least 2 shipbuilders which are there, Mazgaon and GRSE so far. Shakti Pumps was up 5%. It's up another 3 today. So heading back to its recent highs again, 48.30 on that one. Viatech Vabag is coming up with about a 4% pop. So there is that as well. Market breadth still holding on easy with about 4:1, all in favor of advances at this point in time. Bajaj Housing Finance has had a 2-day 13-14% move. It's cooling it today. Just a 1% pullback. Adani Enterprises is down 1% as the QIP. Suzlon is down 1%, had a big 8% surge yesterday. And, you know, RITES was another one of those large movers, down about 2%. So some of these are just sort of day-on-day small pullbacks. that we are really seeing at this point.
You know, I'm looking at the biggest moves that are actually coming in from stocks that are in news. So the gain on Rain Industries is now 8%. I think they're looking at some global alliances on the graphite electrode side. PNC Infra and GR Infra, both of those are reacting to order wins. And it's a large one for PNC. The value is going over 2,000 crores. So that's one stock in focus as well. Aside of that, there's a very clear and distinct PSU play in the market. The shipbuilders are absolutely leading it. But a lot of other names like RCF, look at RCF, about 6% up on RCF right now. So in general, the PSU space is up and about. Some more names coming up on the screen now. NCC, for instance, is also managing about a 3% up move. So look at NTPC. I mean, it's actually the Nifty leader as we speak. Coal India is climbing higher. So it's turning out to be a big, big PSU morning as well. But